excuse us, we're from SBS. We're doing a series of documentaries.
Yeah.
Going around Australia.
I'm a sales rep.
What do you sell? I can sell your sales rep.
It's not what you think it is.
Okay, well, I don't know what it is. It looks like eagles.
Well, can I show you what I mean?
Yes.
It's a very good program, man, and it comes in 3 parts.
Yes.
First part covers you for sickness at home, as you can see what it is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sickness,
okay.
disability.
Sickness, disability.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask you this. You have an accent. So
I have an accent,
You
yeah.
don't come from Hooft.
No, I'm not from War. I'm from Kempsey, but originally I'm from Germany.
What part of Germany?
Northern part, around Hanover.
Yes. Are you a migrant to Australia?
Yes. I'm here for 17 years now.
Yeah. So you're now no longer a migrant.
Well, no.
How do you feel?
I'm a citizen. I feel great, man. I'm terrific.
No, I mean you don't feel as a migrant.
No, not at all.
No.
There are so many people from other countries. We are more majority, you know.
What made you come to Australia? Why did you come here?
I like adventure.
Yeah. So originally, when you came here,
you can prove yourself, you know.
Yeah. More so than Germany.
Much more so.
It was a very different social environment too. How did you find the change?
Well, we Germans, we fit in. A lot of other ethnic groups, they keep together. We don't. We mix.
Right.
I even have got a Filipino wife, so I have mixed a lot.
You certainly have. Yeah. And how did you acquire a Filipino wife? How did that happen?
Oh, I went over there and stayed a year there and just had a look around generally. You know, I like adventure, as I said.
Yes. Yeah. But did you go over there looking for a wife?
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, a lot of people don't admit that I did.
Yes.
yeah.
Because of what you'd heard about.
Yeah,
Filipino...
I've heard about. I've got a lot of friends around here, and they all work well. You know, the marriages.
And has it worked out?
It has worked out. I've got a beautiful young daughter recently, and 7 years. Oh yeah, it's all right.
Did you have any relationships here?
Oh yeah, I've got 2 sons here. Yeah. And my brother is here. He came
that's from a first marriage.
Yeah.
But was that from Germany? Did you come? Yeah. So you came as a couple.
I came as a family father already.
Right.
Yep.
And then it broke up. Nothing to do with Australia.
Oh, that's what Australia does to people.
Does it?
No, look at the statistics. A lot of people have different interests, and here it's pretty hard for the whole family in the beginning. Yeah. I must say, yeah.
And then you had this idea of finding a wife in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Tell us a little. I'm a little curious about how you actually did that in the Philippines.
I charge you a fee later on, mate.
Is that a part of the service?
Yeah.
Was it something that you had to arrange through agencies?
No. I went by myself. You can do it through an agent, and I became an agent for a while, but I wasn't very successful. You know, that's a deal. You have to be pretty hard. I rather do insurances. Yes.
What is your wife's name?
Loida.
Yeah. So how did you actually meet her?
Oh, that was quite complicated. She was a nurse, and I approached another nurse, and then over a friend, they gave my photo to a friend of a friend, and one day I got a letter. It was her. She was a midwife over there, and comes from a good family, which is very hard to find by yourself, you know. You go over there, you meet a lot of people on the street and in bars and hotels. To get into a good family, it's without connection nearly impossible.
And I mean, it's probably hard for you to say because you would have seen it over a period of time, but would you say she's changed?
Oh yeah, she became Australian. She wants everything we have, you know. And we want her way of life, and that's not possible. You live over here, you change for sure. Yes. I changed, she has changed. Yeah.
And in the sense that she's changed, has she changed in the personality that you knew when you met her?
It's hard to say. She is still the person I love. Yes. But she has changed in material way, of course.
You said something very interesting there, which a lot of people, and you're right in pinpointing that people don't understand how these things work, you know, with Filipino wives. You know, people go and find wives. But you said you love her. Yeah. And did you fall in love with her?
No, it takes a few years.
Yeah?
Well, you see someone and you meet someone, after a year you meet her again, and then, in my case, then you think, oh, I can live with that person, and then love comes later.
And that worked out for you?
It worked great. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. I can recommend it. You want an address of your sister or something? I have to go, mate. So time is money. Yeah, I do. Time is money, as you know.
You've still got calls to make. It's now 10 to 5 in the afternoon. You still have clients to see.
Oh, yeah, it goes till 7 o'clock. We have a few appointments, and as long as we don't annoy people, we go around, even at night.
Right. And now one thing I have to ask you, and this is for your benefit too,
Yes.
a lot of people look down on insurance salesmen. Now, what you're doing is selling people income protection, for example. That's an important job.
No, they can't look down on me, I'm too tall.
But that's true, isn't it?
I like to do a good job, see? I rather earn less money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you believe in what you're doing?
I believe in it. It's the best program. You want to see? Have you got time tonight?
I know
Stay-
the product. I know the product. No, we're not staying
You do
here.
not. You can't know the program. I haven't showed anything interesting. It's a great program and everybody needs it.
I have it.
You have not.
I've had it,
You have
yes.
not. You're not with combined. Ah, sorry.
You're a good salesman, Gunther. Nice
Thanks.
to meet
Take
you.
care.
Excuse us a second. Can you tell us what's in that lunchbox?
It's a chicken linguine with a pesto cream sauce.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Is it for you?
It is. I haven't had anything to eat today.
You must be starving.
I am.
It's very late for lunch. What do you do?
I work at Carlton North Primary School, the after school care program, and I'm a waitress as well.
Yes.
So I'm going from one job to the other and I haven't
I
eaten
see.
yet.
You're between jobs.
Yeah.
Before you start work, you grab your lunch.
Yeah.
And when do you finish?
6 o'clock.
What? 6 o'clock. But it's only 3:30 now.
It's 3:30. I'm
Yes.
supposed to be there now.
You better go.
Yeah, all right.
Enjoy your lunch.
Thanks.
I am.
You are?
Yes. My name's Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob and
Stephen.
Stephen and
Cully.
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 How'd you spell that?
How do you spell it, Cully?
C-U-E-Y.
His
Cully.
friend.
He's a friend.
He's
oh.
a friend. He's my son.
Ah, right. That explains it.
Yeah.
Come over here a little bit so
Yeah.
you're not in the road. Tell us about your family. Where's your wife at the moment?
I'm separated. I'm actually a single parent. I'm parenting Stephen and Kylie.
Right. How long have you been separated?
5 years.
Long time.
Yeah, we were married for 20. And 5 years ago we separated.
Married for 20 years. Now, how old are you, Steve?
11.
11. And you've got 5 years single parenting.
Yeah.
Talk about that a bit. How is it?
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I really enjoy that I'm getting paid to do something I really, really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I love being with my children. I love, watching them grow up. It's just fabulous. I really get inspired by their motivation, their, the way they think. They're great. They're really good.
What sort of things do you do together apart from going out shopping?
Well, up until recently, all my children are home educated. I home educate children, and that's been going really well. They're all starting to go to school at different stages.
You took responsibility for that?
And my ex-partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was really good. We enjoyed that because that was something we believed in. We believe in the children learning at home and just developing themselves. And that's been wonderful experience. And being there to see it happen was great.
Stephen, how was that for you, not going to school and learning at home?
Good.
You don't have anything to compare it with, do you? Because did you go to school at all?
I used to go 1 day a week
Yeah.
at different schools, and now I don't. I just stay home.
And did you like school as much?
No, I like staying at home better.
Yeah. And is it like school? Do you have regular hours and
No.
things? So it's less structured,
Yeah,
but you learn just as much.
yeah.
You think?
Kind of.
How do we know? We don't know. Do you like reading, writing?
Well, I can't read and write. I'm just starting. but
Uh-huh.
I'm probably going to read and write pretty soon.
See, we did have some hard times.
Did you?
It was very difficult. I mean, you're with a person for 20 years, and when you break up,
Yeah.
she did instigate the breakup, so it was
Yeah.
hard. It was a bit difficult.
Why did she instigate the breakup?
To put it bluntly, she discovered she preferred women to men. She's now living with a woman, and that's what she wants to be. And
Right.
that's where she is.
Right. And at the time you felt what?
Well, from that I felt lost, and I felt very scared because it was very hard being on my own. Like, we were very much together. We travelled as a family. We travelled all over Australia together as a family of 5. So to be on my own, it was very difficult.
But I meant emotionally, how did that?
Well, being the fact that she was with a woman, I suppose in one way was easier because she was going for something that I couldn't offer, which was another
Yeah.
woman. So in that sense, it was okay. But it was very, very hard.
How have you got over it now? Do you think?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anyone else?
Yeah, I do, yeah. On and off, I've had a couple of people on that. But I certainly do enjoy being by myself. We were together a lot, but now I do enjoy having my own space, and I think that's wonderful.
Now, going back to that question about a relationship and
Yep.
so on, do you feel that and the children might feel and might have said to you, they would, you know, how would they feel about somebody else, another partner in your life?
I will ask them.
What do you think, Kayla?
About what?
About your dad having a lady friend, a partner?
Oh, I don't mind. It just gets a bit irritating, and like you feel like you're getting taken over, like someone else is coming into your life and taking your dad's attention, and like it stresses. Makes you stress.
And you see your mum?
Oh, I'm just starting to see her a bit more. I haven't seen her for a while, but yeah.
By choice? You haven't seen her by choice?
Yeah, we don't get on. We usually argue a lot.
Yeah.
So.
And you're starting to see her now?
Yeah, I saw her last week, stayed there for 2 days, and that was good.
That was okay? You said you made an agreement about how the children would be shared.
Right.
How did you arrive at that?
Well, it was a gradual thing. As I said, as Kylie mentioned, she had a clash with her mother for quite a while, and therefore Kylie was with me full time. Stephen and Nicole, we sort of split half time, and as progression, Stephen spent a bit more time with me, and I think it just sort of progressed that way more than anything.
Right. And what are the things that you mostly concern yourselves about as a family now? What are the other issues, or is the life fairly comfortable and easygoing?
I think it's easygoing. I feel it's easygoing with the family itself. I still have a lot of issues with my ex-partner, and I have a lot of trouble communicating with her and that. But with the kids, I feel it's good.
Excuse us for a second. We're just meeting people around Australia. We just want to have a chat to you.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Andrew. What's yours?
David.
David. Do you live in Lismore?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a local and you know all about it. Yeah?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
How long have you lived here all your life?
Nah, not all my life.
Where do you come from?
Originally, down south.
Down, how far?
Tumbarumba.
Tumbarumba. What do you do? What do you do? Have you got a
At
job?
the moment, nah, unemployed.
What sort of work were you doing before you lost it?
Cooking and that.
Hospitality.
Yeah, hospitality. And then I got into a wrong crowd, bit of trouble in jail and that, and ever since then I can't be able, every time the truth comes out sort of thing, and the CES have to tell them, so they send you for interviews, but they also tell the employees on the inside that he's got a record, so
and
you're more or less stuck,
Yeah, that's a bummer. What sort of trouble did you get into?
Just when I was a juvenile, I just knocked off a car. You know, young kid just skylarking around for another young kid.
Yeah. And how long were you in jail?
8 months. First time,
But you're still paying for it.
You pay for it, you see, it seems funny. They say, once you've done your time, you've paid your debt to society, but you haven't.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you keep paying for it forever.
Yeah. Do you have a family?
Yeah. I got a mother in Kyogle.
What about wife?
Nah, divorced.
Divorced. Any children?
Yeah, 2 children.
Yeah. Are they around?
No, they live with their mother.
So you haven't seen them for a while?
No. Hear from them, regular, but...
How old are the kids?
15 and 13.
So, and how old were they when you divorced, when you left your wife?
Well, about 2 years old.
Right, so you don't know them very well. Yeah. Do you miss them?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Where are you headed right now?
Up to the methadone clinic.
Oh, yeah?
Of all places, yeah.
How long has that been on? You've been on it?
I've been on it now for 12 months.
Is it working?
Yeah.
How long were you using before you went on the methadone program?
I've been using on and off for about 20 years now. So this time was, I suppose, an enforced one, but yeah.
And it's working?
Yeah.
So you're going to stick to it?
Yeah. Well, I think this time it's all the other times I've been on it. And I think it's with any program, doesn't matter what sort of, even this Wiseman's program, I think you've got to want to give up.
Yes.
In your own head sort of thing. I think everyone gets sick and tired of banging their head against the wall, so you'll try anything, and it is working,
How long is the program going to keep you going?
Well, as long as I want, but I don't plan, you know, I only plan to stay on it now for about another 12 months, but in that 12 months start reducing at a slow rate.
Yeah.
And hopefully in 12 months we'll be clean.
Do you remember how you started using?
Just experimenting.
Did somebody,
you know, kids, yeah.
Somebody give you or sell you?
Just give it to me, yeah. Just friends, yeah. Just friends mucking around years ago.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had to buy it after that. Can you estimate how much you've spent on heroin?
No.
Was that where the car stealing came in?
I suppose in the long run, yeah.
Yeah. So now, if this is working and you're cleaning up, what else can you do? I mean, is there a chance of getting any work?
Well, I'm going to try retraining in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In the hospitality industry?
In any industry, yeah.
Wherever you can get a foot
Wherever I can get a foot in, yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
What are you doing?
We're shooting you.
I'll ask away, come on.
Where are you going?
We're going to Windsor.
Where?
Windsor.
Windsor.
Last day.
Nowhere exciting. My name's Andrew. What's yours?
Sonia.
Sonia and
Guy.
Guy. You're good friends, I see.
Sometimes.
How did you meet?
We met in
Well-
Malawi in Africa.
I'm actually from Canada,
Yes.
so I was travelling in Africa. He was travelling, and then we met there.
But how exactly?
Exactly. I was.
A friend of his that I had met in Kenya was travelling with him.
We were getting on a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
we were getting on a bus and I saw this woman with huge hair and I thought, wow.
And then his friend I knew from Kenya,
From a couple of months
and then
beforehand.
introduced us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did you have huge hair too at the time?
No, just what it is now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it went from there. No, it didn't at all, did we? Argued. We
Yeah,
travelled
we
together
actually-
for 5 weeks.
Didn't like each other at all.
But you kept going together. You kept travelling together.
No, just for that 5 weeks.
Well, but 5 weeks is a long time
Yeah,
if you
but
don't
we-
like each
Well,
other.
no, it's because I was traveling with another woman from Canada, and they got on really well, so she wanted to hang out.
Oh, I see.
But we actually, we then met up again in England and lived together.
Accidentally?
No, I was looking for work, and he was going fruit picking.
Well, you see, you made this big jump there. You were going together, you didn't like each other,
That's
then you met
right,
up again
that's
in
right.
England.
I know. It was
That's
one
right.
of those, can't figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the complexities of the human heart.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we hated each other, but there was obviously something latent to
Something
it.
underneath.
So,
What is your ethnic background? What is your original?
from India.
Both
both.
parents?
Yeah, yeah,
And they live
mixed.
in Canada? They moved to Canada?
Yeah, about 25 years ago. Yeah.
Is the Indian culture of interest to you? Do you have some feelings of...
Yeah,
Huge.
very huge, very
Yeah?
much so. Yeah, probably more so than Canadian culture, I think.
The obvious question is whether you've been going together now for a little while.
Yeah.
2 years?
Yes.
2 years.
Do people talk about the difference, the racial difference?
We had only once. That's the South African bloke a while ago.
right.
Only, yeah, not at all. No,
It's not an issue between you either.
no.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
the vegetarianism
Oh
might
yeah,
be.
that's about it.
If we decide to have children,
Oh
then
yeah.
you know we've got two very conflicting principles. So it's how do you?
Conflicting principles.
Well, because I'm very much vegetarianism, you know,
Yes.
whereas he's an Aussie
Oh
bloke.
no, I mean I eat anything. If it's nice,
But I
I'll
want
eat
to
it.
raise
you know?
my kids as vegetarians.
I see. So that's the only area of little conflict, little difference.
Oh, and also the countries,
Where to live?
where to live.
Where to live.
Yeah.
Well, Sonia's just got back from Canada yesterday. She's been away for 3 weeks, 3 or
Yeah.
4 weeks. So just arrived back here yesterday, and now it's sad to be back in Australia.
So where would you like to live?
Not Australia. That's all I know. But I haven't figured out where.
Can you say why?
Not Australia.
Can I say why? Wow. I find Australia just, I like not only geographically, but you can tell through people's mentality. It's just very isolated, and it's very sort of. Wow, am I gonna have like all
No,
this
it's okay, no.
Aussie hate mail after this?
Blimp.
I know. I just find it very intolerant and sort of mainstream and very difficult to change.
And Guy?
I'm easy. I like Australia. I like Australia.
Yes.
I like the country. You know, I like the countryside here. And
The
that's why I
environment's
like,
beautiful.
the
Yeah,
environment.
no, definitely.
So what are your interests? Just taking that a step further, what are your interests in life?
Oh God. Well, what am I doing? How about I start with what am I
Okay.
doing? I'm doing my master's in criminology, so that later on I can do criminal law and criminology together. But I'm interested in this notion of justice, but more in a philosophical sense, I suppose, and how people interpret it and how it's discussed, or and how it's actually practiced. The way I look at it is, let's say, as a woman of color, or as an immigrant family in a dominant Western culture, you need to use the system in order to promote change, and so that's the way I see the law. Law as being like an instrument for social change, but it's who gets hold of it and who interprets it,
uses it, yeah.
and that's sort of what I
But
want to do.
why through criminology? Why through that?
Because I have a philosophy degree, and I think criminology is a really good base. I just don't like to jump into something without being totally knowing all of this, every side to it.
lot of
You still
hard
haven't told us what this is for.
Yeah, you
Oh.
have. Front up.
Oh, I've never.
Oh, well, you don't watch enough TV, mate.
It's a weekly program. We go around Australia and meet people in the street, like we met you, and just little
talk-
glimpses into their
great.
lives, a little
It's-
conversation about.
Wow.
Find out a little bit
Yeah.
about people. That's all it is.
Yeah,
We're
it's
interested.
good.
We want to
It's
know
good.
what guys is interested.
Guy's into. Guy's not. He's a pretty easygoing sort of person. He just sort of goes along. I work in a travellers hostel, like backpackers and stuff in the city, and I have a little office there, and I help get them jobs, put them into work once they get to Melbourne.
I'm going to ask you a really difficult question, both of you. All right. What do you like about Guy?
We just had this conversation.
Oh well, it's
over
not. You've
lunch.
done it.
Wow.
You've had a great rehearsal for this. All right.
The way his mind works. I think about, I'm very theoretical, very academic sort of thinking, whereas he's country boy, teaches me about trees and, animals and things that I don't think about.
Can you expand on that?
Oh, from my point of Sonia, it's the same because we are such opposites. I love the way that Sonia's got a very high standard of doing things, doing things properly and very punctual and everything is right. Whereas I'm just, I need help even tucking my shirt in, Whereas she's in control.
Is Sonia
pretty
a
much.
perfectionist?
Yes.
Yes. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you regret it?
Yes.
It
She
can
should regret it.
it can cause a bit of
Yes.
angst,
Yes.
but I don't know if I guess to regret it would mean to,
Quite.
I'd have to change.
No, you don't want to deny
but-
yourself.
Don't want to turn
No.
into someone like
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it needs to be toned down a bit.
But
I make lists of lists of lists.
And it's starting
Some
with
call
get
that
up.
obsessive
Get up
compulsive.
is on the first
but,
list.
Yeah.
But you smoke too much and you drink too much. It's too much coffee and too
Yeah,
much nicotine, It turns you into a
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you don't do
madman.
either?
No.
But you obviously enjoy each other's company tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can totally love someone and always want to be them, but just not get along. Or. But I guess no, we do get along.
We
It's
do.
just the wrong
We
thing.
spend a lot. When we're together, we spend probably 23 hours a day. If we could, we would.
Yes.
And that's in a way that can be bad because we just, we just spend
But
too much time
Our
together.
fundamental differences,
Yes.
when they come up, it's like a slap in the face.
Yes.
Because then we realize that there's
Yes.
some conflict that we won't be able to resolve.
Yeah.
So it's then a matter of what do we do next.
And you don't know what the answer is.
No, do you?
If I did,
We'll
I would
find
be.
out.
I would be at a consulting desk.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are you doing the rest of the day?
We don't know yet.
Well, you're taking
So I'm 16 hours behind
Yeah.
in mental space.
Mhm.
So it sort of depends on how I feel. But
I've got to try and keep her awake for a few more hours. Maybe go and
Yeah.
see a film or even just go and sit in the park because it's a nice day.
it is nice.
Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, no, I would.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
Excellent.
except I unpacked everything yesterday and it's all over the apartment.
Oh dear.
And so I keep.
This
I
has to be
need-
fixed.
Yeah.
Not yet though.
Well,
Tonight.
no.
Tomorrow.
Before Monday, because I go back to work on Monday or school on Monday.
got the weekend to put it off.
You like
That's right.
you're a great procrastinator. I mean, you know.
No, there's a lot better things to do than put clothes away, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
You see, that's the difference. He can put it off and enjoy the moment
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas I
But
can
for you-
enjoy the moment now.
Because you're uncomfortable with that
Yeah.
notion.
Yeah. So do you think we should
Constantly.
stay together?
Well, look, I don't think I want to answer. I don't want to get into
yeah,
this.
don't get into it. Don't get into it.
I think whatever you think, decide should be fine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Safe. Very
Yeah?
safe.
Yeah.